Namaha Sarvebhyah Ram 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 Sadara Abhivadanani. So let us begin with the Prarthana. Okay. Gurureva Gatihi Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matiraste Gurau Mama Pahi Guru Gurureva Gatihi Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matiraste Gurau Mama Pahi Guru Gurureva Gatihi Gurumeva Bhaje Gurunaiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guroh Paramam Shishurasmi Guroh Matiraste Gurau Mama Pahi Guru. So we are doing the introduction series for the Anuvada Pradeepa course. Okay. So we have not yet entered to the main lessons, but we are trying to do some introductory parts where we can understand the concepts of some important aspects of the language. We are trying to understand the concept. We are not really trying to work out with the examples and practical things. We are going to do that later when the paper preparation will start. Okay. So let us quickly see what elements we were approaching. So all the left parts have been done. So we are in this part, Upasarga and Pratyayas. So we had tried to see what exactly a Pratyaya is, and we have in detail covered Upasargaha. Now we will look at some more aspects of Pratyayaha, the types of Pratyayas that we discussed in the last class. Okay. So Pratyayas, we have seen that they can be added to Namapadas, they can be added to Pratipadikas, which are the Nama Mula, and they can be added to the Kriya Mula, the Dhatus. Okay. So these Pratyayas which are added to a Pratipadikam are called Sup Pratyayas. Okay. So these introduction points are for those very beginners who really do not know much Sanskrit. I mean, you have all crossed the Prathama and Dvitiya and you are here, but still some concepts might be like not very familiar to you, some terms and some these things. So I'm trying to do it from the basic level, though some of you are answering very good, some of you are participating in a wonderful manner, but still I prefer to do it from the basic level. So Supratyaya is the one which is added to the Pratipadikam, to a Nama Moolam. Okay. So this is called Sup for not no reason. Okay. Not without a reason. There is a reason why it is called Sup, and we will try to know that very soon. So the Sutra which introduces this term, okay, and all the Pratyayas which are taken by a Shabda Moolam, okay, or Nama Pada Moolam are all enlisted. Okay. Panini has done a wonderful, applaudable work, okay, by putting all these things, and one of them is this Svaujasamaut Chashtabhyam Bhisnyebhyam Vyas Ngasibhyam Vyas Naso Sam Nyosu. Okay, Nyosu. So he also Sup. So we have, I'll show you after breaking all this. This looks very long, but actually it's a set of Pratyayas in all the three Vachanas. Okay, so each three will make a break here. Svaujasam. Okay, Svaujas is one. Amauchas till here. Tabhyam bhis, Ngebhyam bhyas, Ngasibhyam bhyas, Ngaspos am, Gi osu. Okay, so these are all Sapta Vibhaktayah. There are 7 vibhaktis in all, and Tridi Vachanani, 3 Vachanas. So we put a line after each 3, then we can understand. So this is all in a very complicated sandhi. Swaujasamau chashtabhyam his yebhyam his nas pospam and all that. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to remember them. These are all Panini presented form. Okay, Panini presented them in this form. Actually, they don't look like that. Okay, they look much far different from what we are seeing it here. Okay, so let us explore all that. So su out jas. So this is the first part. Then out shas and all. Okay. So Panini Ukta Vibhakti Pratyaha. The Vibhakti Pratyas as told by Panini. Yatha Paninina Uktaha. Okay, the form they are told. And they are put to each Shabda in a Samanya manner. I mean, these can be added to all Shabdas in the Sanskrit world. Okay. All Nama Padas, all Nama Pratipadikas, to be very clear, not Pada, but Pratipadikas. All Nama Moolas, they can be added. So they are very commonly put pratyas. Okay. They are not specific, they are very common ones. Okay. When we say Su Aujas, we don't take Rama and put a Su and Rama and put an Au, Rama and put a Jas. But we change certain things in this. Okay, let us come to know in a very short time. So there is something called Akshara Anta or Varna Anta. So there is an Anta Varna according to which these get adjusted. Okay, so in English, etc., we don't have such concepts because English is not an inflectional language, simply. Okay. English is a language which is non-inflectional most of the times. So in Sanskrit, the Vibhakti goes together with the Pratipadika within the word. It's not a different separate element like in other languages. Like on the table, we have 3 different words. Okay, from the house, we have 3 different words. But in Sanskrit, it is Gramat or Grihat. Okay, and Utpetikayam or anything. Okay, we will use the Vibhakti directly along with the Pratipadikam. Right, and that depends upon the last Varna of the Pratipadikam. That is very important. Okay, the Varna which is in the end decides what kind of Vibhakti it will take. So why did you tell us all this was just more? Then why don't you tell us directly what is applied? So that differs. The problem is that differs. Okay, the thing is it is very different. Like when it is akaranta, the pratyas are different. When it is nakaranta, there some changes happen. Depending upon a pratipadika, a special pratipadika, like it has a sanyuktakshara within, then there is some change. Okay, so they basically change their form a little bit, not very much, not very like, and it is not very like unrecognizable level. It is not to that level, never. Okay, it is recognizable level, and some of them retain their forms like yam, etc. They remain the same, like au, su, au, just. So au is the same. Au doesn't change. Okay, but in some places au changes to e, like hari, harayaha. So there you say, oh, you said the pratyaya is au, but what is this? We are seeing e here. So we cannot complain like that. That's why the first way I said is they are samanya vihitaha. They are samanyataya vihitaha. And specifically, when the akshara anta is there, then with guru it becomes guru, gurava. So the guru, the u which we see is not exactly u, but it is au for Panini. Okay, the basic pratyaya was au, but it changed to u when it came to this thing. And nadi, nadyau, nadyaha. When nadi, nadyau, the 2 nadis is nadyau. There it has taken au. Okay. In some places it takes the au, in some places it takes e. Utpitika is a table. Okay. Utpitika means a table and it's an akaranta shabda. That's why it takes ayam. Okay. So that is the saptami vibhakti of that. So this is the way how the vibhaktis are connected to the pratipadika. Okay. Yeah. Right. Next we will go to the other things. Upakalpana vidhanena anyatra. So Upakalpana vidhana is a wonderful technique that Panini has invented. Okay, and he has taken this as a great tool for his Ashtadhyayi. He does one Samanya Sutra and then he says the rest of the changes which happen, okay, with that, with those things. So this is called replacement method. Okay, it is called a replacement method, right? So the Lakshanam Varnantata or Aksharantata as we called it, this is the base for the change. Okay, whatever changes happens according to this. We should not forget this point. Okay, that's why it is getting repeated again and again. And when it comes to Sarvanamas, okay, Sarvanamas also behave like Namapadas sometimes. Okay, but in some places they differ. Only 3 or 4 places exactly they differ. In 4 places they have different forms. If you pick up a Shabda Manjari and try to see a Rama Shabda and a Tad Shabda, Sahata, Sahataute. So you will see 5 places. Yeah, 5 places. Sahataute is it? Isn't it? So Rama, Rama, Ramaha, and here it is Sahataute. So it's almost like Akaranta. Though we say it Tad is Dakaranta, it changes to Saha, and again it becomes like Akaranta itself. Though there are like changes at Tasmat, Tasmin, okay, Tasmai. There we don't say Ramai, we say Ramaya. But here Ramaya, Gurave Namaha. Okay, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Okay, Krishnaveni Bhagini, you have a doubt. You are raising hand, so you can ask your doubt.
No, ma'am, I don't have a doubt. I have not raised my hand.
Oh, you have your, yeah, no problem. Okay, fine. So, this Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave is the 4th vibhakti and Tasmai is also 4th vibhakti. But Tasmai is coming from Sarvanama Pada and Gurave is coming from a Ukaranta Pada. Okay, so this is Sarvanama have some Vinna forms, some different forms. Then these are also bearing some itsanyas which we have discussed to be like a package, isn't it? Do you remember that? The packing systems and all. So it's a package which carries some functional information for the thing which it is attached to. Okay, so if it is like outshas, the first one is su aujas and the second one is outshas. There is a ta attached to that au. So how come, why? So it has to get different from the first au, that this is a Dvitiya Vibhakti au, right? So it's a Dvitiya Vibhakti Dvivachana, but whereas the au is the Prathama Vibhakti Dvivachana. So do we use out the ta part of it? Do we say Rama Ramau Ramaha, Rama Ramaut Raman? We don't say that, right? We say Rama only. So the ta goes away. The ta does not stay. So that which does not stay but has some function to do with the thing which it is attached to. So we should never forget that. So there are itsanyas to the vibhakti pratyayas also like other pratyayas. Okay. Right. So the they are like constantly changing. So these itsanyas are dropped and that pratyaya is taken and then it is changed according to the varnanta and then it is attached. Then they also changed what basis? Okay, any guesses in this? So what are the basis for the change? When a pratyaya, when a vibhakti pratyaya is attached to a pratipadika, what are the possible things which affect it? Okay, any guesses from you? You can raise your hands. Any raised hands? Yeah, there are raised hands. Okay, Ramesh Bhrata, you can tell.
Adeshaha lopaha.
No, I didn't ask that. What are the not Adesha Lopa, etc. I'm asking what are the criteria based on which the Varnanta, I said Varnanta is one, and what are the others which influence? Okay, which influence the change in the Vibhakti Pratyaya. So Lata Bhagini, oh, one moment. Yeah. No, Chandra Rekha Bhagini.
Yes, madam. What I have understood is that you want to know what will be the change, no? What
affects that change? What is bringing in that change?
Okay. The change will be brought by the difference in the ling, and with the difference in Vachan, ling, and the Purush is not there in Nam Padam. But then all these factors are changes which will affect these. It will depend on these. What pratyaya you will choose will depend on these factors.
Excellent. That is what I wanted. I was explaining the same thing. Okay. So this is what he told. This is the right answer. So this parivartana happens depending upon the antavarna. The what varna is in the end, as we discussed, guru, gurau. It doesn't have guru, gurau, guravaha. No. When we say gurau, it is saptami vibhakti. Okay. When we say gurau, it is saptami vibhakti. When we say Ramau, it is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Dvivachana. Dvitiya Vibhakti and Prathama Vibhakti, isn't it? So that is to be kept in our mind. Okay, so this change from the Swauja Samaucha, Stabhyam, Vis and all that so Vibhaktis, the changes are happening in the other Pratipadikas, first depending upon the Varna Anta, the ending Varna, whether it is Akaranta, Ikaranta, Ukaranta, Takaranta, Nakaranta, Dakaranta, etc. Then whether it is Namapada or a Sarvanamapada, that we discussed separately, I didn't put it here. Then Bhagini told two aspects, Linga and Vachana. Yes, both. If it is a Strilinga Pada, it changes to Utpetikayam as we discussed on the table. Okay, that and Lingam Adhikritya and Vachanam Adhikritya, Varnam Adhikritya, and whether it is a Sarvanama or a Namapada. I didn't write it here, but I put it separately. So these are the four aspects. Okay, so this I told. I'm not going very technically deep. Okay, Agama, Adesha, and all that things, they come later. They will. I'm not talking about that. So Upakalpana is replacement vidhana. Then we say it is, but it is not Adesha. It is not Adesha. To be very clear, the grammatical processes are more profound and more defined manner. But I'm not going that deep. Okay, I'm telling very like peripheral things to you. Right. Now we will go to the next aspect of Supratyas, which are the enlistment of them separately. Like you know the first one. So I request someone to come ahead and read them. Krishnavedi Bhagini, you can just read them. Give a just reading. Whatever you see on the patala, you can just read.
Su, out, just. Out, sas.
Shas. Shas.
Ta, jam, bis. Nye, bhyam, vyas. Nyasi, bhyam, ngasi, bhyam, vyas. Nyas, aus, Ni, oats, sup, si, su, au, just.
Right. Dhanyavada. Well read. So this is nga, ngasi, ni, ngas. Okay, like that. Nye, like that. Okay, so we see that when we take Rama Shabda and we try to read Ramasu, Rama au, Ramajas, Rama Rama out, Ramashas. So basically it adds like that. But what happens? Ramasu becomes Ramaha, Ramas and Ramaha. The S part of it is taken, the U is dropped, and it becomes The sa becomes the visarga, Ramaha. Then we add Rama-au and it remains Rama-au, Ramau. Then we take Rama-jas. The jas becomes Rama-aha. The jas changes to aha, dirgha. Okay, then Rama-am remains the same. Rama-out becomes Ramau and Ramashas becomes Raman. Okay, there are other elements coming after that, Ramashas. Okay, then Ramata becomes Ramena. Okay, Ramena. Then Rama-bhyam becomes Rama-bhyam. There is another like dirgha at the in the Pratipadika when bhyam is added. Okay, yeah. One moment here. Right. Then this Ramagne is Ramaya. Then Ramabhya, Ramebhya. When bhyas is added, bhyas is bhyaha. Bhis is bhihi. When Rama bhihi, it becomes Ramaihi. Okay. Then Ramangasi. It is the fifth vibhakti, ngasi. So it is Ramat. The ngasi becomes at. Okay. Then Ramabhya, Ramebhya, Ebhya. So remember that. Then ngas. Ngas is the sixth vibhakti, the possessive case. And it comes as Rama, Ramasya. Okay, it becomes Sya, Ramasya. Then Rama-os becomes Ramo, Ramayoh, sorry, Ramayoh. Then the ya is added, Ramayoh. Then Rama, Am becomes Am, gets one Ana. Am says, I can't go alone with this Rama. I want a Na. Then it brings a Na and then it goes to Rama. Oh, now fine. Now I feel okay. This is Ramanam. Okay. So it's actually some places it's Ramanam and no, sorry, Devanam. Then where you see Ra letter in the word, you can take Ana. Okay. In the Akara, in the Ajantas only. Harinam, but Kavinam, Ravinam. There. Okay. Right. Then Ramangi becomes Rame. Okay. Rama-os, Ramayoho. The sa, wherever you see the sa in the end is nothing but visarga. Okay. The sa you see, bhyas, os, shas, bhis, bhyas, and all these, jas and all that. Everywhere it is a visarga. Okay. Then the Ramayo, Ramasu, sup, the pa you see. Now you understand why these are called Subantas. Okay. Now we get from here. So this again, Suvaujas is nothing but this is for the Sambodhana Pratama Vibhakti. So this is not another Vibhakti, but one line just for clarity so that there is one Sambodhana also. So it takes the same Prathama. Okay, but there is a change in the first. So this is dropped. There are some changes happening, right? In every Vibhakti, there are some changes happening. That is why it is so. So this is sup is there, right? So there is a pa in this. Okay. So this pa and this is sup. You can say, why can't this be sup? This is sup only, all sup pratyas. But no. There is a process that we'll come to know through other lessons of Pandi. Not here. We don't have a scope for discussing that. There is a something called Pratyahara formation or making groups. Okay, Pratyahara is bringing a collection and naming it. Okay, so we put certain things which are similar in their nature in one place and try to name it. That's all. And how do we name it? We take the first letter of the first word and we take the last letter of the last word. Then we make a small like a term which will define all the letters in between. All the terms in between are defined by the term. So this is a process to sthula rupena vadami. Prathamaksharasya prathamavarnam swikritya antimapadasya antimavarnam swikritya dvayoh samaharam kurmaha tena madhye yavanti padani santi tani sarvani uktani bhavanti. All they become told when we say the first sup and the last p, put them together, say a sup, then it means all these su-avjas, sam-avjas, stabhyam base, dot, till sup. Not su-avjas, okay? Let us forget this for some time. So till here, because the sutra tells only till here. Okay, right. Right. So yes, Raman is correct. Somebody is asking, is just Raman correct? Yes, Raman is correct. Right. So su and p, like that they are connected. So this is the called Pratyahara. So that the sup Pratyahara is representing all these 21 pratyas. You can count 7 into 3, 21 pratyas. Okay, that sup term stands for all these. Okay, and that's why we called this as a sup pratyaya. So dhyam is a sup pratyaya, nas is a sup pratyaya, am is a sup pratyaya, out is a sup pratyaya, whatever is in between, whatever you are seeing is a sup pratyaya. Okay, so this sup pratyayas, these sup pratyayas are added to each pratipadika. Okay, so when they are added, pratipadika is on the left, sup pratyaya is on the right, both together form a word. So that's why this whole word is called as sup ante asti iti subanta. That is what subanta means. Subanta actually means a namapada technically, but this is how a subanta word is derived. Okay, sup ante asti iti sub anta subanta. Subantaha shabdaha. Okay, so Ramaha, Raman, Ramaihi, Ramanam, Rame, all these are sup anta padas. Oh, Bhagini, you are really telling that ni is a sup, but how can Rame be a subanta? When we see ni, we don't see a in these pratyayas. You should not ask this question after all this discussion, because according to the Rama, the antima pada of this pratipadika, antima varna of this pratipadika, the ni has changed to a, and the a is not different from a sup pratyaya ni. Okay, it is coming as a replacement. Okay, so this replacement is also a sup. We don't have all these enlisted. We don't have the changed forms of these pratyayas enlisted in Ashtadhyayi anywhere. But if you want, we can prepare such a thing. Okay, if you want, okay, I want all the pratyayas to exactly see how they look along with just an akaranta pada. Okay. Right. It looks like this. Okay. So the su, sorry, it is a su. Sorry, the u has gone away. I'm really sorry. I set it right now. Just give me one moment. Otherwise, it will remain so. It's a big this thing. So this is su. Okay, and there is a s, which is the used part. Okay, the u will be dropped, and the used part will remain like a aha. Okay, so this s is nothing but aha. That is what we see in Ramaha. Okay, then Ramam, it is okay. Ramena, the a remains, but it changes to ena. Okay, oh, this is a day. It is not day, it is ne. Oh my, I have seen that. I have corrected it also. Why does this happen? Okay, this game. And we can also put here. So I'll work it out here. You are able to see, right? So this is ena. Okay, this is ena. So this is aya. Okay, and this is at, right? And this is yeah. And this is a. Okay, so this is ayo, this is o, and ayo, right? So let us try to minimize it and just make it bigger so that the letters get adjusted, right? This, and you can see now. Okay, so okay, let us go this way. Ramam, So Ramena, Ramaya, Ramat, Ramasya, Rame. So actually this ngasi is art for Rama. This ngas is a sya for Rama. But when it comes to Hari, what is happening? It is changing to Hare, isn't it? And there is no difference between ngasi and ngas when it is Hari Shabda. So both Panchami and Shashti, as you see, they become, okay, this Panchami and Shashti, sorry, here you can see which vibhakti, okay. This Panchami and Shashti both become Hare, Hare. And this Ni, it is Rame in this one, but there it becomes Harau, Burau. It becomes Au. Okay. So this is how this table works. So you can explore it for other linga padas, other takarantas and other halanta padas also you can explore. Okay, strilingas, napunsakalingas and all you can just explore. The most decent ones I'll tell you, like the noble elements, okay, and the Mendeleev's periodic table, everywhere this works, okay. So there are always some noble elements which don't change. And I like them a lot. They are bhyam, bhyam, bhyam. They always remain same, noble. They don't disturb anything. They just keep themselves, okay. Whether they are with Strilingas, whether they are with Sarvanamas, whether they are with any ending pada. Okay, they are going to remain nobly bhyam, bhyam, bhyam. Okay, that's all. And this bhyas also, only sa is visarga and it changes to bhihi, bhyaha. That's all. Okay, so you can rely upon them. Rest of all will change. Okay, this also changes. And this mostly remains the same, oh, and all. So I'll explain all that. So I'll get some, we'll learn some techniques when we will do the real, when we complete the vibhaktis, we will try to learn some techniques. Okay, right. So Geeta Bhagini has something to ask. Yes.
Namaste, Bhagini.
Namaste. Yeah.
Shubha Sayankala. Bhagini, Pullinga, Napumsakalinga, Strilinga Samanam Bhavati va?
No. Naiva. Katham Samanam Bhavati? No, it's the same.
Vibhakti, Su, Parivartanam, Aha, Asti, kila?
That means Rama, it is Sandarbhe. Akaranta
yes.
Sandarbhe.
Yeah. So it will be Ramaha.
Right.
But when we want to explore or we want to write Strilinga or Napumsakalinga, the derivation will be the same or will it change?
That Su will remain same. Su will not change, but the form which that particular is taking will change. So it will become like, when you only observe, Nadi is there, Mati is there, okay, Marut is there. So how is it happening? Is it taking the Visarga everywhere?
No. What? Su will remain the same.
Su will remain the same. Marut plus Su, that will remain same. That the concept will not change. That is what I said. Replacement will come. Okay, replacement will come, but the concept will not change. That will Marut. When we say Marut, Marutau, Marutaha, the first Marut, the Prathama Vibhakti Ekvachanam, the Pratyaya inside is a Su only. The Pratyaya inside is Su only. But the Marut did not take it in the Visarga form. It took no Visarga, nothing. It did not change from the Pratipadika state. But there is a Su there. When we say Marut,
so it is Kshamitam. It is something like in physics, we work backwards from the answer to the equation. That is how it is, isn't it? Marut, we take and we say Prathama Vibhakti, and how did we arrive at Marut? Then we go working it out, the basic things like the way you said Su, it will remain the same, isn't it?
Yes. So it's like the constituent parts we are trying to analyze. What are the things which are affected? Am I making it too complicated for the beginner?
No. We have
confusing you. Okay.
Nahi Bhagini, no. This is something new. I'm finding it very interesting, something like a research paper that I am reading now.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
Dhanyawad.
Helping you. Yeah. Yeah. Nice analogy. Thank you so much. Yes, it is something like that. And grammar is very interesting. That's what I told you. How the word forms is really excellent. Exploring, when you go exploring into that, you will really find it's like mathematics, like a physical science, and it's nothing less than that. Paninian grammar.
Interesting.
So,
Interesting.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dhanyawada, Bhagini. Dhanyawada. Bhava samyak asti.
Yeah, I'm happy you like it. Okay. So this is how the combinations are working out. Okay. So this is a genuine doubt, very good doubt. Okay. Very good doubt raised. So the su will remain standard for all the words in the world of Sanskrit. Okay. All the words, Prathama Vibhakti, Ekavachana, Pratyaya is a su. That is not going to change. But the basic principle did not change, but when it is attaching to the tad shabda, it is coming and attaching. Then tad becomes a saha in pullinga, and tad becomes a sa in strilinga. There is no visarga there in sa, in Rama, but in Lakshmi there is a visarga. So the Lakshmi takes visarga, but Nadi doesn't take visarga. So like this, the combinations, I mean, they are like interestingly formed. They have su in that until you are using it in the Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachana meaning. Until you are using it there. If you are telling Pratipadika, then no. Okay? Then no. Right? It is like that. Yeah. So there is one more doubt from Ashok Bhrata. Yes, Ashok Gursurkar sir. You can ask.
Namaste. Madam, I have a simple question. Why this is Pratyahara called soup? Why the name soup is significance of that? Soup.
Soup. It is starting from su to this soup. Okay, so it's a system in Sanskrit Vyakarana to make sets. Okay, set of certain things. To name all the set, we cannot always keep saying Suvauja, Samaucha, Stabhyam, Vyas, Kebhyabhyas. To tell all that in a compact manner, Panini has generated one method in which he takes the first letter of the first word and the last letter of the last word and forms a term. So
okay, I understand. I understand. I understand that, but this first word is not su, it is sir, isn't it? So why it is?
No, it's a su. It's a su. It's a su.
Oh.
It's not sa. It's a su. I corrected it, and it's a soup. In the end, it is
Okay,
soup.
okay,
But we should not say this soup is Saptami Bahuvachana soup only. If we are using this soup, it is not representative of all the terms. But if we take this until this, then only it's a pratyahara. If I say Rama plus a soup, then it is this pratyaya. Okay, it is only this.
So because it is su in Saptami, that's why soup is okay. But this one is not Prathama is sir, not su.
Prathama is a su. Prathama is su. The u will go away. U is the nitsanya, it will go away. Okay. Right.
Okay. Dhanyawad.
Yes. Okay, so we will move ahead until here it is clear, right? So this table is, that is why, I mean, for the beginners, we don't introduce all these things. Actually, I should apologize. We are not supposed to introduce all these things, but because it will help you to understand things much better and freely, and you can associate with the words with more command, what you are using, what you are approaching, what you are looking at, the internal parts. If you will understand, then it will make your study more interesting, more like you'll get more confidence. That's why I tried. I thought, shall I or not? So then I thought, no, let me. Okay, so you have to take it, though you don't remember all the pratyas, but you know that there is one basic pratyaya. Okay, and then we have some upakalpita pratyaya in each specific case. This closes the whole discussion. Okay, until now. Right, now we will move on to Tinganta pratyayas. Okay, right. So the transformation. Yes, the soup will change according to Panini's rule. Yes, it will change. Panini's rules are there for each and every step. Don't worry. Okay, there are very many sutras for this, and they go very systematically. And So inflection is explained in the first class. Inflection is this vibhakti is being a part of the pratipadika. Pratipadika and vibhakti being together is inflection. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay. Right. So I told you, your question is answered. Now we will move on to the next topic. So, like Vaujas, Samauchas and all, we have one sutra for all the thing. Now we are coming to dhatus. We are coming to the kriya padas, concepts of it. Until now we have dealt with the word. I mean the nominal words, nouns, noun forms. Now we are coming to verb forms, action words, kriya padas, what you call. Okay, and the kriya moolam is called a dhatu, right? So now we are learning the pratyayas, okay, the specific set of pratyayas which are added to a dhatu to make it a kriya pada. Dhatu is moolam. Always remember, many people confuse between dhatu and kriya. So leave aside what the old grammarians did, but now we have to be clear, because the later grammarians started making the bifurcation. They said dhatu is the moolam of the kriya, and when we say kriya, it is a pada. It is the pratyaya added with the base. The base and pratyaya together, the pada is a kriya pada. But when we say dhatu, it is only moolam, the x part. X plus y is equal to kriya, but x is dhatu. Okay. Now we are coming to that y. Okay. That y is tiptas jhi. Okay. Tiptas jhi. Sipthas mivvasmas tas thanja tha sa than dhvam it vahim mahing. Okay, so this has 9 plus 9, 18 pratyayas in there enlisted. Okay, so this is how Panini puts his like many terms together. Okay, now you see, like we know gachati. Okay, we know gachati, we know patati, and we know patataha, etc. So this ti has the tip actually. We'll come to that. Okay. So this again, remember ti and n. Okay, this n is in the end, right? So this we are going to again open by 3. We'll hit it every 3. Every third pratyaya we will hit 1 and it will get separated. And another 3 set we will hit 1. It will get down. Another 3 we will hit down. So that way we get 3, 3, 3, 3 set. Okay, so here we don't get 7 lines, but we get only 3 lines because it is based on the Purusha, 3 Purushas and 3 Vachanas. So 3 into 3. Okay, that part we will get here. And there are 2 3 into 3s in this. Okay, there are 2 3 into 3s. 1 3 into 3 is Parasmaipadi, another 3 into 3 is Atmanepadi. I'm not going into those details right now, but I'm just telling you about the pratyas. Okay, I'm not going to tell you about Parasmaipadi, Atmanepadi right now, but I'll tell you about the pratyas, how they are working in the kriya padas. Okay, so these are firstly used along with the dhatus. Okay, then and they are upakalpana again. Okay, so this lakara, according to lakara, there it was according to varna, antima varna, linga, etc. Here it is lakara and purusha. Purushas are all like we have put it according to purusha. Now we are not going to change it according to purusha. There is no change majorly happening depending upon the purusha, but depending upon the lakara, it is going to happen. And we know what a lakara is. We have already learned what a lakara is. We have already known that the kalas plus prakaras is equal to lakaras. Okay, the equations everywhere. The 6 kalas and the 4 prakaras. The 6 kalas comprising of the 1 vartamana kala, 2 bhavishyat kalas, 3 past tenses, 3 atita kalas. Okay, so these 3, 2 plus 1 gets the 6 kalas. And the 4 prakaras, the benedictive, the imperative, the potential, and the conditional. 4 prakaras. So all these put together become 10 lakaras, and we are going to replace these tiptas, g, etc. depending upon that. For example, we are doing lat lakara, then it will be this. So this is given basically for the lat lakara formation. Okay, so now we change it when we go to the lot lakara, the imperative mode. We change it on the lung lakara, the atita, the anadyatana lung lakara, anadyatana past. Okay. Then we change it in the rit lakara, the samanya bhavishyat, and etc. 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 So every lakara, for every lakara, each of this pratyaya is going to change its form and then attach to the dhatu to make its meaning. Okay, to bring out its meaning. Okay. So there are 3 Purushas and 3 Vachanas. Okay, Traya Purushaha and 3 Vachanani. Okay, right. So we all know that what Purushas we have, and we have already discussed it in very much detail, right? Then the lakaras are like following. Okay, so these followed by the lakaras. Just now what point I have explained, that is this point. Okay, so then every lakara has this 9 forms. Why? Because we have 3 Purushas, 3 Vachanas, 3 into 3 for every lakara, and there are 10 lakaras. Okay, so 9 forms for each lakara, make it into 10, 9 into 10, 90 forms. 90 forms for the Parasmaipadi, 90 forms for the Atmanipadi, 180 forms for an Ubhayapadi. Okay, when it is a only Parasmaipadi, there are 90 forms. When it is only Atmanipadi, there is 90 forms, and when it is Ubhayapadi, there are 180 forms. I'm sorry, I said there is 90. No, there are 90 forms. Okay, I'm sorry for my English. Right. So there are Dasha Lakaras, there are 90 forms, and Atmanepadi, Parasmapadi, Ubhayapadi, the 3 Padis. Okay, I'm not explaining them in detail right now, but these do have the elements of that. Okay, so this is how the Tinganta Pratyayas work. Right. Now let us see the Pratyayas separately. Okay, but now let me just try to read it slowly, and you can make out the pratyayas, because the sutra will not help you in any way. It's not going to be a part of your study, but for interest I am just telling. Okay, you know the sutra now. That sutra, when you know it now, you feel very happy. I've seen people rejoicing when I tell the whole concept. Yes, what sutra is there behind this? I want to know. Okay, then I say, okay, Eko Yanachi is the sutra for it. So Eko Yanachi. Then they'll feel, okay, whenever they're explaining, you know sutra behind this? It's Eko Yanachi, I know it. Okay, so I feel very happy. So Panini gives us that rejoicement, okay, that happiness, that bliss inside when we say, oh, I know this sutra, I know it, I know what this concept is called in Vyakarana. So that gives us lot of like, it attaches us to the what is called as a parampara, to that age-old system, and that is why we feel happy. It is ours, okay? It is ours. It is our heritage. That's why we feel attached to it. It's unspoken. We cannot explain why. Without sutra, also I'm telling you all these things, right? Without sutra, also you can understand them. Why sutra? Because why is this answer? See, that's why I was just trying to put it here to make it more interesting. Right? So tip, tas, ji, sip, thas, tha, mib, was, mas, ta, tam, jha, tha, sa, tham, dwa, mid, va, hi, ma, hing. Okay, so these are the elements in that, right? Now we will go to these tables. See, this is how they are. The tip, the G is there, the G becomes Anti. Okay, now you see, it is also not standard, right? This is also like Svaujasam out. Okay, you saw Shas there, but you don't see Shas anywhere. You don't see just anywhere. Okay, that's how you don't see G anywhere. You see Anti. Okay, and it changes differently. But the basic thing is G. Okay, then sip, thas, tha. So sip is there, tip is there, the pa is there, but it goes away. Okay, so I have given you the not like in the case of Namapada related the sup pratyas. I am doing it without the itsanyas this time. Okay, this is all the itsanyas gone away. These are the final forms which you meet, which you can attach directly to the so and so dhatu. Okay, even in given conditions, there are more conditions. Please don't ask me about all that right now. We are not going to cover all that. In general, these are the ways the pratyayas get attached to a particular dhatu. Okay, say patha dhatu, say chala dhatu, say hasa dhatu. Hasati, hasataha, hasanti. Hasasi, hasathaha, hasatha. Hasami, hasavaha, hasamaha. This is how it goes, and we will discuss the meaning in detail later. Then the according to this one, now we are used to reading the table like this, right? So Purusha on the left and Vachana on the right, on the x-axis and on the y-axis of the table. Okay, horizontal and vertical. But now see, if we put Purusha here, this is it. Ti, si, mi, tha, taha, thaha, vaha, anti, tha, maha. So like this also you can read. Okay, this will help you to see it according to the Vachana. Okay, so ti, si, mi is here. So this is ti, taha, anti, si, tha, tha, mi, vaha, maha, and ti, si, mi like this. So this gives you a good view of how they look each time. So you should be able to recognize them. So the usual way is like this. Okay, the traditional way of writing it is like this. Now these are the Atmanepadis. Okay, Atmanepadis are te, ete, ante. Okay, because it takes ete, people teach it as ite also. Actually, this is not the right way of teaching, of introducing pratyayas, but I prefer it. Don't go to sandhis at this level. Okay, as I always caution you. Okay, these are don't think about sandhis at this stage. Just take ete as it is and put it to the dhatu. That's all. Don't worry about the sandhi which is happening. Okay, take like vanda dhatu, vandate, vandete. So take vanda and put ete, vandete. Okay, take vanda, put ete, vandete, vandadve, vandante. Like that. Okay, like that. If you will put vandate, vandete, vandante, vandase, vandete, vandadve, vande, vandavahe, vandamahe. Okay, this is the way it is. Then it is again this way, the Vachanam and Purusha reversed. Okay, so this is how it looks. Te se e te ethe avahe, ante dve amahe. So this is how the table looks. Okay, then I have tried to put the dhatus here. Okay, so pathati, pathataha, pathanti, pathasi, pathatha, patatha, pathami, pathavaha, pathama. When we say the stick as G, the G is not seen. Vandan, oh sorry, this is Vandante. Oh my God, how many mistakes I make. I'm really sorry for the typos, because though I check it, it keeps on coming. So Vandante. So this one Pathanti and Vandante, though they look like Anti and Ante, but they have the G there. Okay. So the internal principle is G. Okay, tip plus G. So this is the G part. Okay, the G get replaced as Anti, the G get replaced as Ante, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so that the basic these things I will try to write them. Okay, I'll try to write them when I present this thing to you. I'll try to write these same as a Suaujas. I didn't get it anywhere. The tip plus G separately. I'll pick and try to make this table and give you. Okay, so this I will do. So I have something more to tell, but I think the time is about to be completed. Let us have some questions. Okay, let us take some questions from the students. One question I see is, please don't use complex English words. Please explain in Sanskrit or other Indian language only. Inflection. I have, excuse me, I have said it as samshlishtata already, and I have explained this concept Bhrataha, Rajaraman Bhrataha, very detailedly in another class before. Okay, today I was just making a reference of it. Inflection is not a complex term at all in the language. It's a basic term, and I have explained the meaning also. So please excuse me in this. I cannot make justice in this matter. I'm sorry, because I have to use the terms. Unless I use the terms, how will you understand the concept? It's the name of the concept. I'm not doing it on my own will. Okay, that is named so. So I'm sorry, I cannot do this. So let us take a question from Bala Subramanian Bhata. Yeah. You can please unmute, sir.
In the sutra, after that some numbers are there, 6 to 48 or something. What is that?
Right. There are the Ashtadhyayi numbers. Ashtadhyayi, yes. They are like what you call the Prathama Adhyaya, so much pada, there are 8 adhyayas, each adhyaya divided into 4 padas each, like 4, like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 2.1, 2.2, like that. And the third one is the sutra number in that particular place.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Ashok Bhrata.
Madam, this is in the Atmanepadi Bahuvachan, the Pratham Purusha, I think it must be Vandante, not Vandate, Vandante.
Yes, I told that is a typo. I'm sorry for the typo also. I apologized also.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Ram Bhrata.
Namaste, Mahoday.
Namaste.
Is it possible to start a Telegram group for this class so that we can also exchange our views outside the class and everybody will get the benefit of that? Is it possible?
It is not impossible. I will try to make a group. I didn't make any group in Telegram so far. So I have tried to put it on WhatsApp and all, but I will try to make one for you and try to make it in the, I will share the link in the next class, or I'll ask the Vyoma team to send it to you through the mail so that you can join it. Okay. Good suggestion. Okay. If you will feel comfortable there, if you want to ask something in voice messages, etc., apart from the class, when you are making a study, you get it out, you can surely ask me. No problem. Yeah, Telegram group is a good suggestion. Okay, Chandra Rekha Bhagini.
Yes, Bhagini, I just wanted to confirm if I'm correct, because you did not ask me the factors for Kriya Pad. But I think there are 5 factors, no, to decide what pratyaya I will choose for the Kriya Pad. First, I will see the Atman, whether it is Atmanepad or Parasmepad. Second, I will see the conjugation. Third, I will see the Lakara. Fourth, the Vachan. And fifth, the Purusha. Or you can say fourth is Purush and fifth is Vachan.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, thank you.
So mostly it is Lakara and Purusha and all, like explained in the same grid we get it, right?
But so, only these 5 factors, no?
Right.
For the Kriya, these are the only 5 factors.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for completing this. Kishore Acharya. Sir, you can put forth your question. Kishore Bhrata.
Madam, this is what I'm trying to say, that if you look into your table that you provided for the Subvibhakti, you did not have the ani, like in the neuter gender, phalam phale phalani. So you did not have in the table, you gave the variations, but I did not see the ani in the case of the neuter gender.
So what did you understand by the so far discussion, sir?
That in your Subvibhakti table, there are a lot of variations are accepted. And in that variation, you made a list where you saw in your table all the variations.
No, that was not the point at all.
I missed
Please visit back the lesson, sir. Please visit back and listen again once again. That is not the point which was derived. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll tell once again, those are the basic vibhaktis which change according to the akshara, the last varna, the linga, and etc. other criteria. So what you say ani is the akaranta napunsakalinga. So
yes.
We give examples from pullingas and strilingas. Okay, there the point should have got clear when we were discussing the dvivachana especially. Okay.
Okay, I see. So it did not cover the neuter gender.
It's not about, this is not intended to cover the genders at all.
Okay, I see.
I'm telling the basic principles, sir. I did not cover the halantas. I did not cover the sarvanamas. I'm not covering those things.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell the basic principle.
Okay. Okay, I see. It's an example. Okay.
Yeah, I think the confusion will go away if you one more time. If you just try to listen, it will go away. The confusion will go away.
Thank you.
Okay. So any more doubts? 5 factors for Kriya, choice of Pratyas. Yes, sir. I'll try to include this Bhagini as Bhagini I have put forth. So, okay. WhatsApp group is also okay, but people prefer Telegram, then we will make Telegram because it's more professional. Telegram gives more like we have the previous messages for all the new joinees and all. Some more additional facilities are there. That is why we'll take Telegram. Okay. Oh, fine. So any more doubts? So I see some people are interacting and others are not asking anything. So shall I think that they are not following or they have followed everything? So please come up with your doubts. Don't hesitate at all. Okay, all the others members also. Okay, Amita Bhargava. Please put your doubt.
Is today's class on Pratyaya, or will you be doing next class too on Pratyaya?
I did not understand.
We did Supratyaya and Ting Pratyaya. Pratyaya also you will be doing? No.
Krit Pratyaya, you mean?
Yeah, Krit Pratyaya.
Yeah, we will deal with that in the next. Actually, today I was supposed to cover that also, but I could not. We had other time like spent in that discussions. That's why it will be covered. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Geeta Bhagini.
Bhagini, I think it's not about not having a doubt. The head is full of doubts, and this is this topic that you have explained today, taken up today, is something very new, very, very new. As I said, it's like some thesis that is presented, and unless we sit and go through it again and again, listen to it, we won't understand it so easily, because this has just gone above my head. So I'll have to listen to your video, digest it, and then say, okay, now this is very clear to me. So I'm not asking you any doubt today, because I want to be sure that it has gone into my head.
Sure. Okay, fine. Please take time. No problem. Yeah, you can take time.
Thank you.
Right. Lata Bhagini.
Namaste Bhagini. This term Upakalpana, that means they are the factors which which make changes in these basic pratyas you have given us.
No. It is like the replacement. The Upakalpana Vidhana is the replacement method. That's all. The Upakalpana is a word for replacing. The replacement. The term. The meaning of the term.
Okay.
Translation.
Okay. That means in like Rama Shabda, this su changes to aha, whereas in the Nadi Shabda, it changes to ye, Nadi, like that. So they all come under Upakalpana Vidhana. Okay.
Sanskritam is a very logic language. We say Upa Netram, Upa Kalpana. How well it fits there. There cannot be a better word there.
Yes. Right observation. Okay. Praveen Bhrata.
Yes, madam. Actually, we have understood. I understood what you wanted to convey. It is not possible for us to understand exactly how it works, but we have known that there is a pratyahara, and how the technique works, that we have understood. It is not possible to cover because it's a very deep, all logically it's quite deep, and it is not possible to grasp everything in one lesson. But we have understood what exactly you wanted to convey.
Oh, thank you.
That is, at the moment, that is sufficient.
Oh, thank you so much. Much relieved. Thank you. We'll have one more, like whenever our time permits, or when we reach that position, then we will again go to this concept and we'll try to revise it. Okay. There will be several revisions. Don't worry. Yeah.
Dhanyavad.
Srinivasam. Panchanadam Swaminathan sir. Yeah.
Namaskara, Bhagini.
Namaskara.
You are essentially introducing these topics so that they will have a taste for what a Subanta is, what a Tenanta is. Yes, great. I think what has happened is the human mind is so inquisitive. They are asking lots of questions because it is something new. We are just introducing them.
Right.
I think it takes it's a learning, a fledgling learning pain. So it's good. I think you are introducing them so that these are going to be used in the translation technique in order for somebody to really understand the impact of it unless they really deal with the word. And when they are only asking now, wait for the word where a Pradanta comes in and it acts like Subanta, but it also talks about the actions. It's only a lot more confusing. So be ready for it.
Right.
It's great. Your class is interesting. Yeah. I think you have introduced the topic well, but yeah, people have asked questions on why there is a Palani is not there. I mean, obviously the Pratyahara changes, the rules change, the rules of Pratyahara changes based on the context. So probably if you want to make it easier, you can tell them these are all just the high level, but things will change if you go deeper.
Yeah, I introduced because later on I'll have some convenience when I say, so this is the su attached or this is the os attached. So I can use those terms, like I need not tell each time like the specifically with that particular pratyaya we are working with, but I can tell the basic pratyaya, it is this and you will recognize it. Okay, so that's the purpose.
Yeah, the idea is good. You are introducing concepts and then they can ask questions. So in other words, what I wanted to get you ready is some questions are kind of like a challenging. It is what it is. They don't know. That's the problem. Because I have taken many of your classes from Sringeri. Now it makes a lot more sense to me. When I was learning Supratyaya, I was learning grammar, but then you are trying to use it in the practical scenario, it makes more sense. So for me, everything falls in place. But that's why I'm not asking questions. But I do feel how others are asking questions based on what their level of experience is. So that's fine. I think our class is interesting to me. Just let you know, I'm not asking questions because I'm not ignoring it. I'm enjoying your class. Anyway,
okay, so we'll close the class now.
One personal question, Bhagini.
Yes.
Did it take a long? How long did it take for you to digest all this, Bhagini?
I don't know.
Shamita, if I'm being too cheeky, I'm sorry, but I wanted to ask you.
No, it's a genuine question. Yeah, time is very important, true. But I can't say, we just kept on reading, just kept on studying. And after my Vyakarana classes, maybe after I took my MA in Vyakarana, then most of these things got clear. Okay. So when we work deeper with this concept, that is the only reason, or you should have a very good teacher who can take you there, or self-study, good books and all. But keep on probing into these things. Okay. Not at this stage, of course, not at this stage where you are in. So after some advanced stage, you can explore, surely.
It all depends upon how much time you give.
You give and how much clarity you are getting from one go. Right. Like in the first step, if you get clarity, you won't spend more time on that. It is like that. So we got good teachers who explained things, who introduced us into these concepts, and it was a long journey, but interesting.
Even if the transmitter is good, the receptor should be good, no, ma'am. So the teacher is good, the students also should be good, no.
Should be paying attention, and they should be doing their part of work, their homework and all that will help you. But once you go through this course totally, you will get a very good idea. But we are going to work it out practically, right? That's why we made it a workshop model. Though it's a small, tiny book, we can complete it just 20 classes. The 20 exercises are there, 20 classes there, and then the concept is over. Okay, so we can do like that. But Anna said no, we will have a very, longer classes where you will get more time to interact, more time to introduce concepts to the students and all. It was Anna's decision, and I really like it now, so that I have a chance to give these concepts to you.
Sorry.
No problem. Nothing wrong. Okay, so we are running past time already, 9 minutes past. Okay, so we'll close the session now with prarthana. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु नमो नमः सर्वेभ्यः राम राम राम